Welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Martin and today I'm taking a look at this Bentley Bentayga S. Now, the Bentayga started out as a humpy, lumpy, big, slow W12 powered, very heavy SUV. And it's now become this in its life cycle, which I think is really good news, because this is the Bentayga S and it's really different from the original launch Bentayga. Good news, guys, if you have the money for it, because it's quite an expensive car. So let me walk you through it. It's going to be a quick review. We've done a lot of Bentaygas and a lot of V8 powered Bentleys, and the power figure actually isn't different from the previous Bentayga V8. That's a bit weird. You would expect the S to add a bit more power, but it doesn't. So we have these 22-inch wheels, specific for the black line edition. So wrapped around that are P0s, 285 section tires in the front with a Y speed rating, so it can do 300 kilometers an hour. The top speed of this car is 288, and I really hope we can do it in this video. So we have these like crystal headlights, which I think looks really cool. And this color, by the way, is orange flame. I think it's a beautiful color in combination with all the black details and the massive carbon fiber wing, which I absolutely love. So, as you might know, we don't get the W12 anymore in Europe, so that also means we don't get the speed, the massively powered 635 horsepower Bentayga. So this has to sort of make up for that loss in Europe. So, moving on, we have these S badges and a carbon fiber side skirt down there, the Bentley B and a little grade. This is a bit cheap. Don't really like this. Come on. So, as I said, the big party piece is this massive carbon fiber rear wing. And I think also the exhaust, because they have fitted with the exhaust for the S. It's got a very nice sound. Now, if you're a bit skeptical about the VW group, you would say that the Bentayga, the Urus, the Cayenne Turbo and the Audi RSQ8 are the same cars in a different suit. And if you view it like that, this is the best sounding one. So that's a +1 for the Bentayga S. They really nailed the exhaust, given the modern standards and requirements for these kinds of cars. So this is the 4-seat configuration. You can also get a rear bench. That looks really good. Again, with an S logo in there. We've got a tan with beluga interior. Looks absolutely stunning. Leather quality, as always, is AAA with Bentley. Let's take a look under the bonnet. Always do it twice as a BMW owner. So here we have it, the 4-liter V8 bi-turbo, 550 horsepower, 770 Newton meters, 0 to 100, 4.5 seconds. We are going to test that out and I'll show you the real number, quite important. So this is a very well-known engine, and it works so well in this Bentayga. A huge benefit of the V8, it's much lighter. It's about 100 kilos compared to the W12, so that's what the 4 cylinders weigh. And that's also a bit of a dinosaur of an engine. So yeah, that's why it's 100 kilos lighter, which you really notice in the handling. Now, yeah, I know the handling, you're not going to push this on a B road. Well, it really helps the flow of the car, you know, so it's a lot more like direct and nimble and all good things to drive fast in a fluent manner. That's the word I was looking for. So this of course is the facelift model. The previous Bentleys had an even tinier screen and even uglier, the early Bentaygas, because when you compare this to a Flying Spur or a Continental GT, this system is just from a different generation in a bad way. What's also quite bad is that they did keep the physical buttons, which always is a positive thing. I think you guys agree with me, but look at how stupid this is. I want my ventilated seats to go on, but they don't go on. No, no, no. I get a digital button to press. How stupid is that? There is a... I have to press the freaking button twice. That's so stupid. We are becoming sort of grandpas of automotive journalism because we always hate on these digital screens. But one of the best digital screens is the flip screen from the Continental and the Flying Spur. So it's a real shame that this car doesn't have that. Okay, let's get driving. So this is the Bentayga S. They have fiddled with the exhaust, with the suspension. It should feel lighter, more playful, more nimble. And the good news is it does. So let's put it into sport mode. Now, the exhaust then really sounds awesome. How have they done that? That's such a cool sound. Like low down, it's really bombastic and bassy and really like a heavy V8. A bit like the old school 6 3/4 liter Bentley engines. And I really like that. I really like that about the configuration that they have done. Now, a big point of criticism for me is that the V8 in here it's an Audi engine. Yeah, it really is. And there's nothing to do about that. Well, you can get the W12, but not here in Europe. And when I drive the W12, I feel like I'm in a true Bentley because it has a Bentley heart. But, you know, this is an Audi heart. But because of all the configuration that Bentley have done with the exhaust, with the intake sound, you know, mimicking that old Bentley V8, I really like it. And I prefer it over the W12. I think this is, like with the Continental and the Flying Spur, the best engine for this car. So let's do a launch. Let's go in the sunny bit for better traction. Yes. Okay. We don't have an official launch control, but that should be 4.5 seconds, which it is when you do it like that. But if you turn off launch control, ESP altogether, and you brake launch it a bit, it will do 4.2 seconds, which is significantly faster. So that's a great number, I think, for this heavy SUV. Now, let's put the gearbox into manual mode. The 8-speed torque converter gearbox, so a different one compared to the Continental and the Flying Spur, which get a PDK unit. But this one is just perfect for this SUV. The torque converter really likes to flow in the torque, which is a really nice sensation, because there's a lot of it. Oh man, that exhaust, they have done a perfect job. It's not too loud, it's just such an enjoyable sound and such a defining sound for this car. I really like what they have done with the balance of the car as well. It feels a lot lighter, it feels a lot more nimble, it feels much happier to just go down a road at a certain speed without leaning left and right and front and back. It was quite a busy car, the original Bentayga, because of all that weight. And now that they have fiddled with the suspension and have put a lighter engine in there, it's just a better car, I think. Okay, let's go back to sport mode for the gearbox, kick down. And then you get relentless performance, relentless acceleration. I'm now on the high-speed tire pressure configuration, which is nearly 3 bars of tire pressure. And I just love how the car is super comfy and quiet, but settled at the same time. You would expect these like softer big SUVs to go all over the place at high speeds, which they often do, but this one really doesn't. It's really planted and very confidence inspiring. This is a car that just goes fast. You just want it to go faster without you getting more nervous. I think that's the perfect way to describe this sensation of Bentayga V8S driving. I really like this. So comparing it to the Audi RSQ8, this is a much better car. This is much better. It is a lot nicer to drive. It sounds better. Interior quality is a lot better. There is no... They are no rivals, but then again, this is a lot more expensive. But if you compare this to like an Urus, with which you get a lot more power, but I really prefer this over the Urus. If you would give me the key to either one of these, I would go for this Bentley. I really would. I think the balance of the car is a lot better. I think the sound is a lot better. I like the interior better. And I just think it's the perfect SUV. You know, in the end I would go for the Cayenne Turbo GT because I just like the crazy GT character of that car. You can really throw it around a track. The only SUV you could really throw down a track, but like the perfect balance of this car is unmatched. I really do think so. So I expected the Bentayga S to be... I nearly rejected this car when it was offered to me because I thought, yeah, but I've already driven the 550 horsepower V8 version. But the whole character of the car has just improved by so much that I'm really happy that I agreed to having this car. That sounds a bit spoiled, right? Yeah, I think we are. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you at the next one. Go check out this video, go check out the POV reviews playlist, subscribe to the channel, and check out ignitioncollection.com for beautiful Swiss made auto watches. Bye guys. Let's check out that exhaust one more time.